Yo, what is going on, guys? Your boy Russ back again with on Madden 17 Ultimate Team. Guys, shout out to everybody that was in the stream yesterday. We had some problems in that stream with EA kicking us out every second. I will explain that in just a second. And the stream crashed once. We had some problems, but for everybody that stuck through and watched, I guess, both live streams, even though it was like one for 10 minutes and I started up later again. But anyway, shout out to everybody that was in the stream yesterday. And you guys can see we ended up getting connection to appear has been lost in this game. And that was like as soon as we loaded in. And I had such a problem with EA for the past couple days. It was ridiculous. I went into a couple of games where they ended 0-0. That's why I showed you guys my record was 4-3 on that season. Two of the games, I've lost 3 in a row. Technically, I've lost 3 in a row. Two of them were 0-0. I got kicked out in the first quarter. One of those games was against, I guess, the number 8 person on the leaderboard, so I don't know if I would have won that. But one of the 0-0 games, I was driving down the field early, and then I got kicked out, so that was frustrating. And then I was up 27-0 against the guy in his wild card game, and sure enough, we got kicked out once again in the third quarter. It was weird, man. It was dumb, and I really just didn't want to play any more games on stream, so we just went through all the new competitive players that came out, and basically just talked throughout the entire stream, you know, other than me raging at EA a couple times. And also, shout out to my boy Spare Fusion, who did give me 94 Jimmy Graham. Shout out to you, sir. He did end up, like, saying, yo, what's your position of need? And he gave me, like, a list of, like, halfback, tight end, and outside linebacker. And first I said outside linebacker because, you know, I always use my outside linebackers. Then I'm like, well, shit, I mean, I need Michael Kendricks and Jadeveon Clowney for chemistry, so if he's going to give me a player, I don't want him to give me one I can't use, you know what I mean? And he ended up saying, well, what about tight end? I'm like, yeah, tight end would work because I don't got any really chemistries in, you know, usually going through my tight end. I usually just have them there for one chemistry, but I knew I could replace it. And sure enough, he does end up giving me Jimmy Graham, who actually adds to my chemistry. So it definitely worked out, you know, for the best. So thank you, Fusion. The dude's a beast. For those of you that know him, I mean, obviously you guys know who he is if you're in my streams. I mean, he's in there all the time. So shout out to him. And I've kind of ignored this game, you know, throughout so far, but we do end up getting into the end zone with Russell Wilson on a touchdown run. Early in the game, we did have an interception with Trey Waynes. Wow, I felt like I said that weird. Maybe I didn't. Trey Waynes and Paul Krause. And we did end up getting the ball back. So 7-0, we have the ball, and we can finally get into talking about the gameplay. As Russell Wilson throwing dots to Vance McDonald. We actually put Jimmy Graham at wide receiver. I've been waiting for a tight end that I could use, you know, because I never want to spend big money on a tight end because I never thought I would really use him that well. But I wanted to get somebody like a Jimmy Graham to put at wide receiver, to put at tight end, to put at fullback, and use him in many different ways. So you guys should be able to see in the next upcoming videos Jimmy Graham catching touchdown passes, hopefully at wide receiver, or catching passes at wide receiver. And I'm probably going to pick up another tight end because I feel like I've been running more of a 2 tight end, even 3 tight end scheme sometimes. And I think I might need to get a couple guys with better hands, I would say, because Vance McDonald is not a receiving threat. And since I don't run a ton to my, you know, my second tight end side, or even my first for that matter, it's usually my fullback or my third tight end. I might have to invest in a couple of tight ends, whether they be cheap or not. I was looking at that other Vance McDonald, the 91, because he has better run block, but he does have better speed and catching and all that stuff. So I'd keep the run block, and I would get a better receiver in the process. So anyway, again, enough rambling. I just went into more rambling. 4th and 5, this dude does decide to go for it. He does have Steve McNair at quarterback, and it is the ultimate legend one, as he does throw an incomplete pass. So now with a minute 24, we are in great positions right there. I didn't think Mel Blount would be able to come down and play that route with Terrell Pryor going over the middle, but sure enough, he does. We do hit Vance McDonald. He gets us about 9 yards. And then 3rd and 1, I decide not to run for whatever reason. We had Jimmy Graham open, but he gets batted down. 4th and 1, we decide to go for it. And I roll out to my left, and I should have probably thrown to Terrell Pryor down the field, but he wasn't really open. I throw it to Jimmy Graham thinking he was open, but he goes up for a spec catch animation, gets caught in the middle of the air, and drops the ball, and then this dude dots me up on the first play. And just like that, this guy is in field goal range with 50 seconds left and could possibly make this a 1-score game before half. Whether or not he scores a touchdown or a field goal, we should still be in the driver's seat going into halftime, considering that we should have the lead no matter what, barring some crazy, you know, fumble on the kickoff or some crazy shit somehow. But anyway, 3rd and 10, this dude is in kind of a predicament. He does end up missing that throw, and he does decide to go for it on 4th and 10. Really surprising, and I I was going to play Antonio Brown. I didn't expect him to run a deep post route, especially on 4th and 10. Good play by this dude, and he does end up cashing in 2nd and goal. Jimmy Graham to the far side of the field, one-handed spec catch, and I guess 2nd time's the charm, as he did it. Wow. Did it. I'm retarded. Did do it one play before that, and he does end up going right back to it and does end up scoring. So with 3 seconds left, I think I have Darius Hayward-Bay open, and we do, but Russell Wilson and the 92 throw power is not going to be able to get that down there, but it does end up getting intercepted, but we actually end up stripping it out. But you know what? Our lineman has the awareness of a potato and does not pick it up, even though it's the very end of the half. I mean, there's nothing to lose. You might as well try to pick it up and run into the end zone. But no worries, we do get the ball back at half. So now if we score a touchdown, we are in great position, as Darren McFadden does end up getting us a nice amount of yards right there. And then 2nd and 1, Darren McFadden does it again. But guys, look at this tackle. Look at this. 2nd and 1, we go almost all the way to the end zone. We do go all the way to the end zone, as Darren McFadden he just kind of waltzes into the end zone, just walks in. The dude gives him a little love tap, and he just kind of walks into the end zone. I don't know why that animation is a thing in the middle of the field, because that's supposed to be when a running back or receiver, or anybody for that matter, is going out of bounds. But we actually ended up scoring on that play, and I felt like even if we got hit, we would have been in an animation where they couldn't even hit us. Granted, they didn't hit us. I don't know if that's true or not, but you would think in an animation like that, we wouldn't be able to, like, you know, get hit and shit like that, because that does happen sometimes. But we do end up getting a touchdown. I thought we should have, you know, got there anyway, but, you know, I'll take that. We ended up just getting kind of a funny touchdown. But as I'm saying this dude is driving down the field and ultimately does end up getting into the end zone for a touchdown, as Antonio Brown does end up scoring to make it 17-14. And I felt like I had this game in my hands, as fucking, jeez, Ryan Shazier, put that man in a coffin. That guy just died, as Andy Janovich is about to take over this game. This dude, I love this card a lot, man. This fucking Andy Janovich is going to get us inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. This man just keeps on running. 3 rushes for 49 yards. That Janovich, man, he's a 94, boosted to a 99 on my team, mainly for blocking. And, well, I guess mobile blocker does give him pretty good speed at like 88. But this dude has like 94 strength with full chem boost. Ridiculous. This card is a bowling ball for my fullback inside plays, and it's honestly, he's a cheat code. Is right here. He does end up bowling over, it looks like Jackie Youngblood. No, that guy has long hair. I don't know who that was. Maybe Clay Matthews. He does end up getting into the end zone, though, to put us up 24-14 with a minute 16 left. And this dude, I don't think I mentioned, but he does have 99 limited Chad Johnson as well. This dude had a major squad on him, and I was definitely a little freaked out when I got into the game. I was like, whoa, this guy has a squad on him, man. I mean, shit, you see 99 Steve McNair, you see 99 limited time Chad Johnson, you can't help but be a little worried, as right here Janoris Jenkins does end up breaking that one up on 2nd and 10. So 3rd and 10, this dude tries to go the C route. I saw it right away. He still throws it, and he throws it right at me, man. Why the fuck not? Let's go. Bobby Wagner with the interception, and Bobby Wagner breaking tackles, trying to get the greatest pick 6 of all time. Sees people closing in, not many places for him to go, as he does end up getting taken down at the 32-yard line. But no worries, this dude does actually end up quitting. My voice feels like it is gone. But again, anyway, shout out to my boy Fusion, who did give me 94 Jimmy Graham. Shout out to everybody that was in the stream yesterday. I am either going to try to stream today or tomorrow, so be sure to look out for that. I'll probably post it on Instagram. Usually I'll post on Instagram when I'm going to stream, so if I don't post anything, probably just going to save it till Friday. Just make sure all the internet stuff's good. Make sure I'm not getting kicked out of EA every 5 seconds. So anyway, did hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to look out for the next one. And as always, Dangerous Army, I'm out. If you guys have not already, be sure to go check out my 2nd channel. Also, be sure to follow my Twitter and my Instagram. All 3 links are in the description.
Like a Hellcat.